Hey guys, Zora here. Welcome back to the Great Ace Attorney Adventures. Last time we got to correct Mr. Sholm's logic and reasoning deduction dance. I don't know why the new name is really hard to remember right now. But yeah, we learned that Grimsby Roylott is actually Nikolina Pavlova, who stowed on the ship just yesterday. And that's basically all we really know because the captain wanted to go see her, and she kicked us out of our room. Or rather, Beef Stroganoff picked us up and threw us into the hallway. So, what are we gonna do? I have no idea. I wish we hadn't been thrown out like that. I wish we managed to find some clue as to what that speckled band might be. We didn't manage to investigate at all. And I imagine that we won't be able to for a while longer. We'll never get past that sailor guard in the door. He's just so mad. He's clearly glaring at us, as if to say, don't even think about it. Oh, wait a minute. What is it? Well, what happened to our great detective friend? Where did he go? Oh yes! He's completely disappeared. When did he do that? He slipped away as quietly as the wind, but not before ensuring that these are securely back on my wrist. Welp, we could move back to Cosmo's room. I don't know if there's a point in that, but hey! Oh crap, that's the wrong button. Beef Stroganoff. You wanna talk? I really wish we had a chance to look around Miss Pavlova's cabin. Hi. What? Why are you looking like that? You want something? Maybe. You want me to throw you out again, Oh, no, definitely not that. Next time I have to throw you out, I show you where lobsters spend winter. Understand? Understand. Okay, he doesn't want to talk. He doesn't want to talk. I don't think he'll ever forget your face, Naruhodo-san. Well, that really didn't, merit anything. Actually, what else is there to do? Yeah, this is all stuff that we've all seen. Also, if you haven't realized, if you've already seen a cutscene, you can skip through the text with A or B, and it just kind of zooms. There's also a check mark. I probably didn't remember there was a freaking check mark on there. We actually cannot go outside of here. So what happens if we move back to Cosmo's room? Because, Osanaga should still be in there, right? Oh? He's not. Osanaga-san? It looks like they're still investigating here. Yes, on that subject. I wonder if Inspector Hosanaga is unscathed. Oh, right, because he wasn't supposed to let us out and he was willing to lay his life on the line. What do you mean, unscathed? Surely you haven't forgotten, have you, Naruhodo-san? Don't you remember what he said about allowing you out of this cabin to investigate? He was going to talk to the captain about it. He said he'd laid his life on the line for you. Oh, yes. But I'm sure he was exaggerating. Let's see what he has to say for himself. He might have some new information for us. You never know. Hosanaga? Uh-oh. Oh, there he is. Oh! Oh, those are some bruises right there. Ah, you're back. Inspector! What happened to you? Your face is... Please, don't worry about it. They're just scratches. 'Tis but a flesh wound. Made by a bear, maybe. When I told the captain that I've given you permission to investigate, he told me he pummeled me with his fist and then tossed me overboard. What? But the pummeling was over in a flash, and he must have decided against throwing me overboard. So it was nothing, really. It looked like he wasn't joking when he said he'd lay his life on the line if he had to. Well, thanks to your efforts, we now know a little bit about the neighboring cabin. Yes, so I understand. Oh. I bumped into a man claiming to be a great detective a little while ago. I think his name was something like Sherlock Holmes. I don't think it was German, though. Ah, that explains it. Shall we compare notes then? We can tell you what we found out. Yes, let's do it. Oh my god. Osanaga, I'm so sorry, man. What? Nikolina Pavlova? She's in the cabin next door? Oh, do you know who she is? Please, what self-respecting ballet fan wouldn't know that graceful angel? Oh, please don't die, sir. Oops, I think I upset him there. Well, that tells us the neighboring cabin is unrelated to the case, at least. Oh? How? Because angels don't go around committing crimes, do they? Oops, now I've definitely upsetted him. Inspector, has your investigation here proved fruitful? If I'm honest, there's very little more I can do. Our duty is to make sure the scene isn't disturbed, ready to hand over to the Hong Kong police. So I'm just keeping watch here, trying not to take my eyes off the job. Oh, I see. Ah, there is one thing. I do have a small piece of new information for you. Oh? What? Yes, do tell us, Inspector, please! What is this new information? What is this new information you have, Inspector? It's this. The Bureau's medical officer has finished his examination of the body. I managed to obtain the report. Oh. Kazuma's post-mortem report. Kazuma-sama. So, what was the cause of death? Damage to the cervical vertebrae. Cerebrum? I mean, I think the cerebrum is like the brain, but that's, anyways, is what's written in the report. Ah, his neck was broken? Yes, it would seem so. There was no obvious wounds or other signs of injury. So at first, I think they were considering poison. But it turns out they found no trace of poison in his system at all. Well, what weapon was used then? Nothing has been found as of yet, but the fact that there are no signs of a wound suggests that it may have been a blunt object. Something that wouldn't leave a mark. Ah, depending on how you use that blunt object, that would definitely leave a few marks here and there. Oh, I see. All the body's nerves run through the spine to the brain. A strong enough impact to the neck could induce death. It is a possibility, and no obvious wound would be left. Poor Kazuma. I have a second copy of the report. If it might be useful, you're welcome to have it. Really? Are you sure? Yes, it's fine. I trust you. Oh! After all, if I didn't trust you, I'd never have agreed to you leaving this cabin in the first place, would I? Ah. Hosonaga is the greatest. He needs a hug and a pay raise. Oh, Mr. Sholmes was here, was he? Yes. He seemed to be enjoying himself a little too much as he crept about on the floor investigating. But then he suddenly left. I suppose he must have become bored. Did he say anything at all? Why is there a sweat drop on your face, friend? Actually, now that you mention it, yes. Just one thing, but he practically shouted it. It's shoe polish, was all he said. Shoe polish? I wonder what he meant. It was when he was over there, by a piece of broken glass. Do you see it? Ah, perhaps he was talking about this brick-colored mark, do you think? Yes. That must be it. But how could Mr. Sholmes know that's shoe polish? Don't tell me he ate it. That leaves me cold, I'm afraid. I have no idea. What is it, Susato-san? Well... Kazuma-sama was wearing leather shoes with a very dark tan hue. Dark tan? A sort of dark brownish red then. Yes, a little like the color of red wine, but darker. I often repaired them for him. Oh! Does this mean that this mark was made by the polish on Kazuma's shoe as they scuffed on the floor? God, I don't even know. I guess shoe polish is still being used on like boots and whatnot. But a lot of us just wear like normal sneakers and they absolutely don't need polish whatsoever. That's really all I can tell you at this stage. I should return to my post. My fellow crewsmen's eyes are boring into the back of my head. Yes, that might be for the best. Thank you. Poor Inspector. You look exhausted. Oh, no. Well... I feel terrible that I failed to protect Asuki-san. He was my responsibility. Of course, my pain is nothing compared to yours. You were his friends. The truth is... I seem to have had a heavy head ever since I woke up this morning. Heavy head? That's interesting. My head's still throbbing too. Wait. Hold on. So wait, if I investigate this... Is this new information? It really is such a beautiful color, that's glass. It looks like whatever, broken clean! But the other half is nowhere to be seen. And then there's this brick-colored mark. Which is shoe polish, according to that great detective you seem to know about. I suppose it must be from Kazuma-sama's shoe. Maybe. But what I'd like to know is, how can the detective be so sure that's shoe polish and not something else? Because he's a great detective, of course. What kind of high-pitched voice did I just do right there? That's hardly a reason, is it? Okay. I don't know. In terms of, like, stuff that we've already seen, do we just talk to you? Well, You! Where did he go? Oh, sorry. I just went to the next door cabin. Why? Who gave you permission for this? Well, I mean, Seaman Hosonaga did. That new Japanese, was it? Later, I will roll him into a ball and throw him in cold room, aka the freezer. Whew. He's gone back to guarding the door. I hope Inspector Hosonaga doesn't find himself in too much trouble on our account. He's really gone out of his way to help us, hasn't he? When we get back to Japan, we'll have to take him for a steak at La Carnival. That could be a very long time from now, Naruhodo-san. Okay, so he has nothing new for us. Oh god, so while I have played this game before, a lot of this stuff is just based off of memory, and sometimes this game, it can be handholdy, and then it could just be, it just doesn't want to tell you things, and you're gonna have to go find it. Oh, look, Naruhodo-san! Seaman Stroganoff is gone! Strong enough? The burly Russian sailor who's always crossing his arms and glaring at us. Ugh, all these Russian names are impossible to remember. What? Did you hear that? It sounded like someone singing. Tra-la-la-dee-la-dee-dee, I did it the great detective way. This caroling. I know that lark-like voice. Well, never mind that now. This is a golden opportunity for us. Yes, you're right. We must seize it. Let's get inside Miss Pavlova's cabin while we can and investigate. Definitely. Before that stringy knot crewman comes back. It's Stroganoff, not Stringy Knot. Alright, so, yeah, let's move. Let's move before they come back. Oh, why is the case open? Hello? Oh, she put up her clothes. Miss Pavlova isn't back yet. Susato-san. Oh! Where's she gone? Hey! What are you doing? Those are our private things! There's not a moment to waste, Naruhodo-san. We must investigate as quickly as we can. I suppose you're right. For Kazuma's sake. Not just for Kazuma-sama. What do you mean? It can't be long now until we arrive at port in Hong Kong. I don't want you to be in those handcuffs when we get there. Really? We must solve this case, Naruhodo-san. By ourselves if we have to. Yes, we will. Ah, now we can actually get into some deep investigations. I think she's gonna yell at me if I try to look into that closet. And weirdly enough, I cannot look into this bag. Hello? Yes, like I thought this would be like super obvious. Anyways, boink. First things first, let's check out the ventilator grill because that's actually connected to Kazuma's room. So this ventilator connects to Kazuma's cabin next door. Yes, although what a fool a shipbuilder must be to open a ventilator into another room. Ah, maybe. It's so that if there's a gas leak next door, the occupant of this cabin would notice and raise the alarm. Or the occupants of both cabins would die of gas poisoning. That is a possibility. Anyway, last night, Kazuma wrote that he saw a speckled band coming out of this ventilator. Alright, but no, seriously, boink. Oh my! Miss Pavlova's case is open! It's completely empty inside. But according to the great detective's great deduction, she was hiding her special friend in there. Yes, a friend she said she had to keep secret. Because you're not allowed to bring animals aboard SS Buria. I wonder what kind of animal she had in there. And more to the point, where is it now? That is a good question. Where the heck is this creature? Trash can. I suppose every cabin has a waste paper basket. Should we have a little look and see what's been thrown away? No, but can you make sure you don't try to choke me? Naruhodo-san! It's poor etiquette to go sifting through someone's rubbish, you know? Ah, those eyes. She's looking at me like I'm a piece of rubbish now. However, these are special circumstances, I think. Exactly! We have no choice! There's hardly anything in here at all. Oh, well, that's a little disappointing. Well, disappointing it is. Why is there a plate on the floor? I wonder what this little saucer is doing on the floor. Yes, it doesn't look like it's been dropped. More like it was put down there but deliberately. Ah, do you think this could be a leak in the roof just above here? What? A leak? Is this ship quite safe? I'm sure that even if there's a little leak in the roof, it doesn't mean the whole ship is going to sink. No, you're right. Of course you're right. She's really trying to persuade herself, isn't she? Alright, ooh, a little teapot. It would seem this teapot is empty. So the natural conclusion is that the Russians are very thirsty people. Or, because Miss Pavlova only came into this cabin last night, she hasn't had the chance to make any tea yet? I mean, it could be either. It's definitely that they're excessively thirsty. I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. What? I'd lay 1,000 to 1 on it. What? You're rather obstinate, aren't you, Naruhodo-san? Anyways, I almost thought they were talking about Korean currency for there. Korean currency is called won. W-O-N. 1,000 equals $1. All the books have been toppled over together. Look! Every single one. Do you think that's a god of the sea, perhaps? He's toppled too, though. It's exactly the same as the bookcase next door. In Cosmo's cabin. Perhaps Miss Pavlova was practicing a difficult ballet pose and fell against the bookshelf? I don't know. Would she really be practicing ballet on the same night she ran away from her ballet company? Alright then. It must have been you. You lost your temper and knocked them all over in a fit of rage. Not everything bad that happens on this ship is because of me, you know. Well, anyway, I'll set them all straight again in here, too. I don't like seeing things in disarray. Don't do this, Susato! No, you have to maintain the scene of the crime! And anywhere nearby! Anyways. Oh, there's actually not a lot more for me to investigate. What the heck? There's one of these next to the bed in Cosmo's cabin, too. Yes, it's a bell cord. I can't resist. Oh my god, you guys are gonna get us caught. She barely hesitated there. She gave it a good tug, too. No, I didn't actually expect anyone to come. We don't want them to! We're trying to investigate in secret! Alright, what's gonna happen if I look in the closet? Naruhodo-san! Are you there? Sorry? I'm right here, yes. Why? Oh, good. I thought you might have climbed into the wardrobe when I wasn't looking. There's no place like home. Believe me, I don't have some strange compulsion to jump inside every wardrobe I see, you know. Well, anyway, I'm not sure anyone could fit inside this one. It's full of beautiful outfits. I suppose they're all stage costumes. They were just put there! After we left! I was rather hoping we might find Miss Pavlova's friend hiding in there, but no such luck. Where is the friend? What do I— oh crap. I can't find anything out of place. Like literally, there's not really anything different. Oh wait, hang on. There are just a few books on the desk. Nothing else by the looks of it. Well, Miss Pavlova only ran away from the ballet last night. She's hardly occupied this room for any time at all. That's true. I wonder what kind of books she likes to read. Let me see. Yes, I see. It would seem that Miss Pavlova enjoys reading. Books written in Russian. Thanks. I think I probably already knew that. It's rude to ask too much of people, Naruhodo-san. Kindly remember that. Alright, chill. Oh, this is not becoming fruitful at all. This cabin door has the same simple sort of bolted latch that our cabin door has. With the bolts drawn across, there's no way anyone can enter the cabin from the outside. Yes, it's not a particularly heavy-duty bolt, is it? Isn't it made of metal? But still, it wouldn't slide across on its own accord, would it? No, and the door is made of metal, so there's no chance of trickery using magnets to unbolt it from the outside. And it seals up perfectly, too, to stop any seawater coming in. So you couldn't use the method you told me of passing a thread through a crack around the closed door either. I seem to know a lot of tricks for opening doors. I'm starting to see why they suspect me. I know all of this information because of games like this and Detective Conan. Really though, like, I don't even know if half the stuff that I see in Detective Conan is a feasible way to, inflict harm. Ah yes, they're displaying this cabin too. Look, the Esburia's Rule of Passage. Passengers must not, yeah, weapons, no pets, blah 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 blah. I suppose Miss Pavlova realized that she needed to keep the contents of her case a secret after she read this. Her special friend, I mean. I wonder where her friend had disappeared to now. It's probably having fun exploring the ship, I imagine. I just hope Seaman Stroganoff doesn't find it and throw it overboard. Oh yes, so do I. Oh, wait, is that really? Is that really everything? No way. No way. Is it doing this whole bullcrap again where it's gonna be tricking me? Oh, hang on. I'm taking a look at everywhere. No, I think that is literally everything in this room. I was expecting for them to come busting down. Absolutely livid. Okay, yeah, there is nothing in here. What happens if we go into the passageway? Okay, cool. So if it, oh no, shoot! Oh, I thought that was a cutscene! So, this is kind of bad. I don't know if I'm good or bad at Ace Attorney games. Once I get the flow going, it's pretty simple. But sometimes they're not very clear if you didn't, like, investigate anything and everything. So now I'm kind of on a hunt. Usually if you've explored everything in a single room, you want to move to different rooms. And hopefully not, like, you might have missed something that you already looked at, or you might have not seen something. But when you finish in a room, they usually fade to black into a cutscene, or when you move to a different room, you'll see it start in the little cutscene with the whole typewriter text. Yeah, that's not happening right now, which means I absolutely missed something, and I don't know what it is. Wait a minute. No way. Do I actually have to read this? It just occurred to me that maybe I should examine this post-mortem. Okay. So, male, Far Eastern, between 1 a.m. and a little past 2 a.m. Damage to the cervical vertebrae, resulting in instant death. The victim's neck was almost certainly broken as a result of a strong blow to the area. No obvious external injuries or traceable. Okay, no, there's literally nothing in here. Cool. And then this is the scuff mark. You have a little there's not really a purpose for this magnifying glass. I don't know why it's here, and I hope to God that in the next game, they kind of emphasize on this. Alright, so that didn't really show us anything fruitful. Okay, there is literally nothing else in his cabin. And we can't talk to anyone either. Alright, so there's nothing in Cosmo's cabin. And I don't think there's gonna be anything fruitful. Ah. I see why I was having some trouble on where to go next. I forgot to turn right. Oh, it's Mr. Sholmes, look. Wow, you never know where he's going to turn up next, do you? He seems to be stealing a look at something as he sings to himself. Right! Before we went into the cabin, someone was singing to himself. Oh, did I not look right before we went into the cabin? Oh, shoot. Okay. He's still singing. Do you think he hasn't noticed us? Or he's simply in extremely high spirits? Well, after the fact that he could not get rid of the urge to kick down doors earlier. Yes, there were times, as sure you knew, when the yard bit off more than it could chew. And through it all, when there was doubt, it's lucky Herlock was about. I don't know what he's trying to sing. Excuse me. I solved it all, and I stood tall. I did it the great detective way. Mr. Sholmes! What is it? You want to fight? Honestly, interrupting the fellow when he's singing, and I was just about to reach the climatic finish. Love this animation of his. Sorry, I thought you were never going to stop, so I figured now is as good a time as any. I very nearly dropped you to the floor with one of my famous right hooks. Alright, I get the picture. Now could you put those fists away? Mr. Sholmes, you seem to be examining something before we interrupted you. Ah, yes, that. I was immersed in study of the ship's log, as penned by the stockily built crewman who's usually on guard here. Oh yes, the ship's log. And did you find out anything useful from it? Well, after 2 a.m. this morning, the majority of the entries are blank. Which means there was nothing to report. Nothing of note happened, so... You truly are a student from the land of the rising sun. You've been utterly blinded by it. Sorry? Your logic, my boy, is inverted. Whatever do you mean, Mr. Sholmes? Observe the other pages, and it all shall become clear. It would seem the same crewman of it oft stands sentry in this first-class passageway. And he has almost religiously and he has an almost religious practice of recording nothing to report every half hour. Oh, he writes that in every 30 minutes? Nothing to report? Precisely. Put simply, the seaman writes nothing to report when there is just that. And yet, the ship's log from last night is largely blank. He didn't even write nothing to report. Do you mean... Yes. There were circumstances afoot last night, which led to the seaman being absent from his post. What kind of circumstances? What happened? That remains a mystery for now, but we can be sure something significant took place. So significant that it caused the seaman to forget his regular habit of scribing nothing to report in the log. These are important details. I would stake my life on it. You must log the ship's log in your mental file. It makes it sound like you're a video game character or something. Now that deduction was worthy of a great detective. You're starting to understand what my way is, I see. What makes Sholmes Sholmes? Brilliance. Oh, ouch. What is it? Are you hurt? Oh, don't worry yourself. I seem to be afflicted with a throbbing head this morning for some reason. Nothing more. Well, my friends, until our next encounter. He's still singing to himself. I can hear it as he wanders off down the passageway. Is something wrong, Susato-san? You seem lost in thought. It's just... well, I feel the same. Sorry? Ever since I woke up this morning, I've had something of a headache. A sort of continuous throbbing. Oh, you too? Huh. Alright. So everyone is having headaches for whatever reason. That is gonna be the end of that. I can't believe I should have turned right. What was I doing? But yeah, that's the end of that. I don't know why there's not really much else to look for. So I think next time we're gonna go back into Miss Pavlova's room. Hopefully we'll have a cutscene, or hopefully something will spawn in there. If not, we're gonna jump around a lot in the next episode while I try to figure out where the hell I'm supposed to go. Alright, with that said, thank you guys for coming, thank you guys for watching. This is Zora signing out. I'll see you guys in the next one.